Welcome to Ultra Video. You are about to experience a glimpse into a bleak, dirty, sexy future. This content is suitable for biohackers, android bookies, Greg, and android girls with big personalities. It is not suitable for children. Full content warnings can be found in the episode descriptions and on our website.
Welcome back, party Greg, party person, our
Welcome
fan.
back, Greg.
We love you, Greg.
We love you, Greg.
Thank you for listening to us. Greg, please leave a comment in the comments section under this video to tell us if you love us too. And if the answer is no, well, we are no longer friends.
No longer friends, Greg.
So this is session 3 of Ultra Video. Where we left off last time, Vic felt very terrible and there was no clear reason why, and then he passed out.
It might have been the giant needle that my mom injected something in my neck through.
It may have been that.
Just a theory.
It may not have been that. We'll never know. However, it is the next day. You wake up and you do not feel quite so bad today. You actually feel pretty much normal. You're just maybe like a little bit weak, but you feel like yourself. Good old-fashioned Vic Dig.
Boy, what an upsetting couple of days. My mom jammed a needle in my neck and then exploded.
Yes, that sums it up. The funeral, and speaking of your mother, the funeral is in a little over an hour. It's mandatory. I mean, you could skip your mother's funeral, I guess, but it would be a very bad look.
It would be a faux pas.
Yeah. Do you have any ideas on what you're gonna wear to this thing?
Feeling a little bit suspicious of the world right now, so I'm gonna throw my Kevlar soft armor on underneath just a black fancy suit.
Okay, it looks great.
Yeah.
It looks like you've been going to the gym, like you're a little bit bulky.
Yep. I'm gonna tell everyone that's what it is.
Yeah. How are you feeling in an emotional sense?
Distraught and confused.
Yeah. That's understandable. While you are preparing yourself for, I don't know, what's your morning routine like as Vic Digby?
I set the robots in my apartment to comb my hair and brush my teeth, and I have a cold coffee enema.
Wow. Excellent. Love that future.
Mm-hmm.
Futuristic. While you are, we'll say after you've done the enema and are enjoying the pleasant buzz of coffee being absorbed into the capillaries in your anus, I guess caffeine I should say, you hear a tentative, timid knock at the door.
Come in!
Yeah, the door pops open and it's Bobson, your number one underling and the team lead of the marketing AI division in your department.
Well, hey, Bobson.
He is he's a small man, and he's partially obscured behind a massive floral arrangement that he's carrying. It's I guess give me like a perception or something like that.
Okay, I'll give you a perception.
This is a flower check, whatever you think a flower check would be.
Mm-hmm. I rolled a 4 on my flower check.
Those are some beautiful 100% real flowers that you love and are real.
Bobson, how thoughtful of you to bring me this giant bouquet of real flowers.
Yeah, I mean, this must have cost a fortune.
Bobson, how could you afford this on your paltry salary?
Bobson says, hello, sir. We all pitched in to get you this, and this. And he hands you a bottle of very nice alcoholic liquid.
Oh, Bobson, you know me so well. And I uncork it and start guzzling it from the bottle.
Wow, well, all right. We were so sorry to hear about your mom. We just wanted to send our condolences and, make sure you're doing okay. And we wanted to let you know, my team, we've been working very hard to complete that big marketing software update.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to get it done early for you so you didn't have to worry about it, while you're grieving. I assume you're going to take some time off. We want you to know that we know how hard you work to keep our whole department running, and we wanted to take some of the pressure off.
Well, that's great. But really, Bobson, it's not quite the appropriate thing to bring up as I'm preparing for my own mother's funeral. Please.
Sir, I'm so sorry.
I don't want to talk about work right now, Bobson.
That's totally fair. I understand. Well, enjoy the flowers. I don't know that much about flowers, but I think maybe you can eat them.
Yes, you can eat them.
And enjoy that booze. We care about you very much, boss. And we'll...
All right. Thanks a lot, Bobson. I got a funeral to get ready for.
Oh, yep. All right. Goodbye.
See you at work, Bobson.
He scurries off.
I cannot stand that guy.
Do you eat the flowers?
Yeah, I started eating the flowers as I'm drinking the booze.
Once you start trying to eat them, it becomes apparent pretty quickly that only about 20% of them are actual real flowers. The rest are very convincing fakes, which are still very expensive. I mean, but they didn't skimp on this. I guess the difference between very nice fake flowers and like actual flowers that were grown somewhere is probably like hundreds of credits versus thousands of credits.
Okay, well, it's gonna be noted on your performance review, Bobson, that you tried to poison me with fake flowers that you passed off as the real thing, even going so far as to suggest that I eat them.
No good deed goes unpunished in this future world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe Bobson was trying to play a prank on you.
Seems kind of like.
If I were you, I would fire his ass.
Sparky, make a note. I'm going to be diminishing Bobson's compensation in response to this prank.
Sparky says,
Yes, Vic Digby, duly noted.
Yes, 10 demerits for Bobson.
10 demerits. That is not a unit of pay, but it's noted.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, Vic Digby. Are you ready to go to your mother's funeral?
Yeah, sure. I just need to punch some stuff into my marketing computer, and I type some commands into the marketing computer to write a eulogy for me.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's give me I think is a computer use. Yeah. Give me a computer use skill check.
Okay, I think that I only have just int for that.
Oh, it's not built into skills. Yeah, no,
It doesn't appear to be.
you're right about that. I think this is one where maybe you have to manually add your modifier to it, maybe.
Okay, I don't think I have a modifier.
I believe it would be on your character sheet.
Well,
are you saying you have a +0?
Yeah, I think I have a +0.
Oh, for some reason I thought you had more. Okay, I understand.
It's possible, but just.
Yeah, just give it. Yeah, that'll do. I
rolled an 18.
Yeah. Yeah, tell us what
really
happens.
Good eulogy here.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, it's a eulogy for the ages. So yeah, it's about that time. The Sparky keeps nagging you that it's time to leave.
Victor, Digby, we need to leave for the funeral in 30 seconds.
Ugh.
To avoid being late. To avoid tardiness.
People aren't going to throw a fit if I'm a few seconds late to my own mother's funeral, but I'm ready anyhow. Let's go.
Yeah, she charged the course without you even asking this time.
Good.
It's in the park module, of course it is. Where else would it be? There's a special extension that houses a very, very large mausoleum. In this time in the future, at least in the Stratoscrapers, people you don't get to be like a full body that's buried. Everybody gets cremated. There's no option to be buried in the ground because there's no ground.
Okay, that's fair.
So this extension, it has this mausoleum, and then it has like an area for mourners to gather. It's not like a boneyard. There's no graves or anything. But there's like a little area with trees and chairs and I don't know, benches and birds. Great. I don't know. And the mausoleum itself, which is quite breathtaking, it is this massive, long marble wall, basically, that has thousands and thousands of little drawers in it for the ashes of the deceased. And wealthier patrons like you can have hologram projectors built into the little drawers that can project a life-size hologram of the dead person down onto the ground when it's activated.
Great.
And for very wealthy patrons, the hologram can say a phrase if like, you know, you have the money and you want to shell out for it. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to look at. It's a big funeral. There's about 100 people there. They're all gathered near where Francine's ashes will be interred. And there's a guy, there's like a funeral MC. In the future, well, I guess I should say, did Francine have any religious affiliation?
She was Jewish.
She was Jewish? Mm-hmm. Okay. The funeral MC is a Jewish man wearing an outfit that indicates that. I don't actually know what Jewish people, what like a rabbi would wear for a funeral. But he's wearing that. And he steps up to a microphone, and once people are sort of like gathered and they quiet down, he gives a very bland speech about Francine. He like taps on the microphone and is like, oh, God, I gotta start thinking of these character voices before we start recording. I want them all to sound like nerds. The first voice that always comes to my head is, hello everybody, because it's such an easy one.
Yeah.
But no, he has a distinguished voice. It's like a nice speaking voice. Hello everybody, thank you for coming today. We'll try to keep this short, as Francine would have wanted. Francine, she was an inspiring woman of the modern era. She was educated. She was a woman. She had brown hair. She was a true inspiration to us all. And Francine died as she lived, in a stratoscraper in the city of Pittsburgh, surrounded by science flasks and computers. I had that singularized in my notes. Let us all give thanks for the love and inspiration Francine provided to us while she was still among the living, for she was truly an inspiration to all.
A tear rolls down my cheek. I blow my nose honkily into a handkerchief.
Yes, it's so loud. It echoes and reverberates. The funeral MC says, Victor, as her son, would you like to come up here and say a few words, please?
Yes, it would be my pleasure, Rabbi. So everyone knows what a brilliant scientist that Francine was, so I don't need to tell you any more about that. I'll just focus my statement today on what kind of a mother she was. The way she cared for me growing up was like out of a picture book, the way that she showed me motherly love. She would tell me bedtime stories about scientists from the 19th, 20th, and 21st century. She cooked me family recipes passed down from her ancestors down Blawnox, like sandwiches with French fries right in the sandwich. And she would 3D print me syntho-kibasi, and nobody could reconstitute pierogi gel like her. And if you'll indulge me, I'll recite a short poem which I have written myself from my own creative mind. And I pull out the printout that the marketing software has given me. M is for mother, the most important woman in your life. O is for optimization, the efficient and well-oiled machine that is motherhood. T is for technology, the ever-evolving tools and toys that assist mothers in their work. H is for human resources, the heart and soul of any business, including motherhood. E is for efficiency, as mothers must work within their limited resources to provide for their children. R is for research and development, always looking for the next phase of advancement in motherhood. Ladies and gentlemen, at Medical Devices Corp, MOTHER spells success. In closing, as we've all seen in the news, robotic wombs are increasingly being utilized for reproduction. Some have even suggested that this is the end of mothers. No more mothers? Well, I, for one, am against it. Love you, Mommy. Let's go Bucks. I sit down.
Some people are clapping very enthusiastically, and some people are clapping, they're kind of just like, and the rabbi says kind of under his breath, as he passes you, like, kind of sounded like a AI wrote that. You may want to work on your game there, friend.
I just glare daggers at him.
He hands you this container of ashes and points to where Francine's drawer is, I guess. I was gonna say grave, but that is incorrect.
Right.
It's pretty high up, 237 rows up to be exact, and 109 columns in. I thought it was very important for you to have that information, I guess.
Okay.
You gotta take a hover platform to get up there.
Oh, wow. All
Yeah.
right. I will stand atop the hover platform and computer, go to my mommy's final place of interment.
It's already programmed to go up there, so it does. It says command not understood, but it goes up anyways. And there's a little drawer. It's very small. The urn you can fit in one hand, and the drawer is basically manufactured to fit exactly that amount. You can put it in there. Do you want to do a putting in there check?
Yeah, sure. I would like to. What will that be, just Dex?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Great. I've lost my cursor. Oh, here it is.
Whoa!
Wow, I really put it in there.
That was
Nat 20.
That was a nat 20,
Nat 20.
plus 2.
Natty 20, everyone.
You put it in there so good.
And she'll stay there.
And the people at the bottom who are watching this happen, somehow they are able to perceive how well you put it in there, and they are fucking loving it. They are clapping and cheering and saying your name. It was, what you just did was beautiful. What I'm picturing in my head is you like threw it like a basketball or something and it like landed.
Well, I actually threw it up with one hand, grabbed it in the other, and I rolled it down my arms right into the receptacle.
That's incredible. Yeah, everyone in the room is now in love with you, including the rabbi.
How appropriate.
Yeah, the room is eating it up.
Too bad I'll never forgive him.
Fair enough.
An insensitive statement.
Yeah, that was messed up. I mean, he's a man who speaks his mind, like you in many ways.
I guess maybe I just don't like people like me very much.
Wow, we'll dig into that later. Yeah, the platform takes you back down, and the rabbi presses a little button on his holophone, and it activates Francine's hologram. It looks like she paid the big bucks. But because she died so suddenly and unexpectedly at a fairly young age, all things considered, the funeral director, who was in charge of all of this, never had a chance to have her choose and record a phrase. So they just chose one for her, and they made it using pieced together clips from audio and video recordings of her voice. So it sounds like the vocal version of one of those like ransom letters that you get where all of the letters are cut out of different magazines, where it's like here, I'll say it for you. Butterflies are not yours, angels. They remind us what a gift it is to be alive.
Oh, my mom was always saying that.
No, it's something. There's more awkward clapping. People just wish you would go back up there and throw urns around again. Anyways, all of a sudden, you feel a very, very strong itch in the back of your head, like right at the base of your skull, right at the nape of your neck sort of area.
I pull out my pistol and start scratching the back of my skull with it.
It feels like there's like a scat. There's like a raised area back there, like I don't know. It feels like there's a bump or a lump.
Hey, Sparky, take a look at the back of my neck, would ya?
She scans it and is like,
Victor Digby, it seems to be a scab of some kind.
Great. Thanks for all the help, Sparky. Hey, it's Vic Digby. You a bucket of bolts?
Oh, I'm sorry. When I was deactivated the other day, I think it scrambled some of my programming.
Next time you get it wrong, I'm gonna shoot ya.
Duly noted, Victor Digby.
All right. I'm going to take... Well, first of all, I guess we're around the rest of these mourners. Hey, everybody. Party at my place in 10 minutes. You're all invited, except you, Rabbi. And then I'm going to grab Sparky and take it to the bathroom, I suppose. Stick it in the toilet and shoot it in one of its paws.
The bullet bounces off and shatters a mirror in the bathroom.
Well, I told you I'd do it, and I did it. So don't mess up no more.
Yeah, there's like barely a dent.
Wow.
And it ricochets.
Sheesh, what are you made of? This is incredible. We should be using you more in combat.
Vic Digby, I can take hits, but I cannot deal them. I'm more of a friend robot than a fighting robot.
Well, you don't always act like a friend.
I act the way my program tells me to act, Vic Digby.
Fine, that's fair. All right, we better get back up to my place because the big party's about to start.
Yeah, when you yelled that to the room, people looked at you, but they didn't acknowledge, like, nobody responded, and
Nobody's coming to my party.
They just went back to talking.
What? The guy whose mom just died, who gave a tear-jerking eulogy, and then did like a Harlem Globetrotters quality, putting the ashes into the net. They're not coming to my party. Well, fuck them.
I mean, we could do. You know what? Roll a persuasion. Let's see what happens.
I rolled a 9 on persuasion.
Like, one guy follows you into the bathroom when you go to shoot the dog, and is like,
buddy, I said the party was at my house, not in the bathroom.
And he's like, that's not what your eye said.
Sheesh. Okay, well, how's this guy looking?
Creepy. He's kind of like spindly and kind of like not great skin. I mean, nobody in the Stratoscrapers has great skin because of the lack of natural sunlight. But
so, how do you know my mom?
Oh, we work together.
Oh, you're a scientist, huh?
Yes, I'm pretty smart.
Oh yeah, what's your name, science guy?
Brog. Why? It's Brog.
Brog,
yep.
Okay.
It's Brog now.
Hey, great, Brog. Well, I really did mean the party is up at my place, but let's head on up together. By the way, do you have the science know-how to reprogram this terrible robot dog?
I'm not really that kind of scientist, but
What kind of scientist are you, Brog?
I'm more like a science bottles kind of scientist. I make chemicals.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm what you call a chemist.
Oh, well, I could always use more professionals in my corner. Hey, Brog, let's trade contact info.
Yeah, sure.
Great. Now I have added Brog the chemist to my holophone. Hey, Brog, you mind taking a look at the back of my neck here? My mom injected me with something by surprise shortly before exploding, and now I seem to have a scab.
I guess I'll look, but again, I'm not that kind of scientist. I'm a chemist.
Well, I think it was chemicals that she put into my neck, Brog.
Unless I could see the chemicals themselves, I probably can't really. I'll look at it.
Well, I'm sure that they exploded along with the lab and my mom.
Yeah, let me see. I'll do I guess an int. He's pretty smart. Oh, okay.
Nice, Brog. 21.
He looks and says, well, I've never seen anything like this before, but, I used to date a doctor, and, You said your mom injected you with something weird?
Well, I don't know how weird it is. It was more weird that she was injecting me without giving me warning first.
And this scab manifested, after she injected you?
Yeah, it was like a day or two after.
And is this the injection site?
I think it is.
Well, there's your problem right there.
Well, what do you mean by that, Brog?
I mean, she probably used a huge needle or something. I mean, It's a scab, for Christ's sake.
Okay, well, please don't use the Lord's name in vain, Brog.
Well, he's not my lord.
Well, I know. It's not actually mine either. I'm Jewish. But, well, let's get this party started. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm starting to regret this. I think I'm going to go back to the funeral.
Oh, the funeral's still going on?
Yes,
Okay.
it's been like 10 minutes.
All right, fine. I'm going to go back to the funeral.
What did you think was going?
I figured that after I did my eulogy and, we put the ashes in the ash receptacle, that was pretty much what she wrote.
No, there's like a wake. There's like,
Okay.
people are like talking to each other and crying and eating cocktail. hot dogs or whatever. What do people eat? You know, little cookies with dust on them, white powder.
Sure.
That
There's a
sort of
cookie
thing.
table.
There's a cookie table. There's drinking. People are drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And-
Arn City.
Yeah. Yes. What's a Pittsburgh-based liquor? I just think of Crystal Palace.
What is that? That Weigel's? Is that?
In the future? Is there Weigel's in the future? Sure, why not? They're drinking Pittsburgh liquors and beers. And they are reminiscing about your mom. When you come back, Morgan comes up to you and is like, "Where did you go, Vic? What is wrong with you? This is your mother's funeral.
I was in the shitter.
Don't you care about your mother at all?"
Yo, give me some leeway. Come on, what's your problem? My mom just died, and I've been in bed sick for 48 hours after she mysteriously injected something into my neck. By the way, do you have any idea what she might have injected in my neck?
She frowns and looks contemplative, and says, I will get back to you about that. I have to go and consult something.
By the way, were you about to ask my mom to marry you or something before she exploded?
No, of course not.
You know, she seemed to think that something was up. My detective senses are tingling here. Do you have any idea what caused the explosion that exploded my mommy?
I don't. All of that is still under investigation.
Interesting. And who is investigating?
Well, MDC, they have their best men and women and other people on the task.
Okay. And my mommy was the only one in the office when it exploded?
That's to be determined, but as far as I understand, that is true.
Is there anything else you can tell me about what my mommy might have been working on before
Well,
the explosion?
We were working on the breathing apparatus for the fire core. We've been streamlining after the beta tests. Working out kinks and bugs. I assumed that she was working late. She always works late. She always worked late.
There, Morgan. And I pat her on the shoulder.
She composes herself very quickly, and she said, I will get back to you about your question. You said she injected something into your neck.
Yeah, that's right. This is the injection spot right here.
She inspects it and looks at the scab and says, that's very interesting. Do you mind if I take a sample of this?
Yeah, sample away.
And she shaves off a little bit of the scab, and she says, thank you. I should have an answer for you very soon.
Great. I'll mingle with the rest of the mourners for a little while, and I'll ask around. And as a matter of fact, can I do an investigation here in order to see if anyone knows anything weird that's been going on with my mom or her research recently?
And her what recently?
Her research recently.
Oh, her research. Sure.
Okay. I rolled a 7.
Yeah. There are a lot of scientists here and MDC kind of people. People like business people and scientists and former colleagues, old classmates, just friends, just all around friends and well-wishers. But they don't know anything about secrets or weird thing. They don't have any information that you wouldn't already know about. They know even less than you do about a lot of stuff because they're professional contacts and they're not really.
Fair enough. I would like to go investigate my mother's living quarters.
Lost my spot in my notes. There we go. Give me a perception.
Okay. I
Oh
got
Lord.
a 2 I don't know how that's even possible. Great.
Yeah, you don't notice anything. You can, I mean, at this point, you could probably leave without being super disrespectful.
They already heard a gunshot ringing out from the bathroom after I
And you're
invited
not
everyone to a
dead,
party.
so
Yeah. Yeah, I leave. I go to my mom's living quarters to see if I can find any clues.
You see, Dorothy is there, and she like waves goodbye as you're leaving, and like does one of these like call me, if you remember from our last session.
Oh, Dorothy, the
Dorothy
white-eyed
Nichols.
lady.
No, Dorothy. She's the fire corps captain or commander or whatever.
Right.
Who wanted you to hunt the most dangerous game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Call Dorothy. Sure.
Madame Titania is also there, and she grabs your arm as you're hustling out. She's accompanied by one of her good friends and fellow, one of her good friends and employees, Bubonica.
Madame Titty Bubonica.
Yeah, Madame Titty is. I wrote out her outfit because it's very fun, and I'm going to describe it. She's wearing a little black fascinator, like a tiny hat in the fascinator style with like a black veil. That's really the most important part. A very form-fitting black dress. She's very inappropriately dressed for a funeral, but it's just who she is. So, and she says, "Oh, Vicky, I see you are leaving. I am so sorry for your loss. Your mother was truly a classy lady."
She was class act all the way.
How are you holding up?
Not terribly well. I feel like I'm having some sort of a mental, psychological, some kind of distress. Like I'm having maybe an event. I'm having a really bad time here. I want to know what happened to my mommy. It's a mystery, and I am determined to get to the bottom of it.
She says, "Oh, Vicky, I am so sorry to hear that. If there is anything that I can do for you, please let me know."
Okay, yeah. Begin investigating the cause of the explosion in my mom's lab.
She says, I will do my best.
Great.
I don't think there is much I can do for you in that arena, but...
Well, you never know until you try.
I suppose that is true. And Bubonica says, "My deepest condolences." And then she slaps you and says, "You dog."
All right. Oh, goodbye, ladies.
Give me another perception check.
Sure. Eight.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna cut it.
Yep, that's fair.
Yeah, you can continue your excellent.
Yeah, I'm heading to Sparky. Chart me a course to my late mother's living quarters.
Yes, Vic Digby.
There you go.
I feel like you should already know where she lives. Are you doing okay, Vic Digby?
No, I'm really not.
Understandable. Charting course. Also, please let me know if you need any other assistance.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind if you would start doing some detective work about what my mom injected into my neck and what caused her to explode.
I will assist you in whatever way I can, Vic Digby.
Oh, thanks, Sparky.
Yeah, you know the way, but there's the dots come out.
Great.
And
I follow them.
it dots you to the place. She lives fairly close to you. She lives in like a head scientist quarters with all of the other, lab leads and head scientists for all the other science departments. The quarters are maybe a little nicer than yours. You are able to get into her apartment. There's no way that she wouldn't have. You have like a spare key basically on your holophone. Nobody uses keys anymore in 2131, but like you just tap your phone on the thing and it unlocks.
Great.
And yeah, you're in.
Okay. I would like to investigate the apartment to see if I find any clues.
Yeah, go for it.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. Your mother's quarters are much like her lab, very tidy, and she has a ton of, she's a collector. So there's a ton of like butterflies and display cases everywhere. Her full collection is here. There's a ton of old tech like in shadow boxes and all over shelves everywhere. It's all very well organized, but there is so much of it. If it wasn't so tidy and clean, she would appear to be a hoarder. All of her personal effects, it looks like she left 5 minutes ago. Her slippers are next to the bed, and her robe is like hung up outside of the bathroom door, and her toothpaste is still on the sink, and there are hairs on the toilet for some reason. You do like a fairly thorough investigation, and you don't really find anything obvious, but you do find a picture that you've never seen before. It is your mother, a much younger version of your mother, and she is smiling and posing with a man that you've never seen before. He has like a shock of black hair, nerd glasses. He's wearing a lab coat. He's sort of like, he's handsome in like a nerdy sort of way.
Okay, and about how old does my mom look in the picture?
She's probably maybe like mid-20s.
Okay, so this was taken, what, like 30, 40 years ago?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, just a hunch long enough ago that it seems like this could be my father. Dun dun dun.
That is I don't, how old is Vic?
Vic's in his mid-30s.
Mid-30s, yeah, it's hard to tell. It may be from a little earlier than that.
Okay.
But it is not a reasonable conclusion that you could draw.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's like a paper picture, like very old school.
Gotcha.
I guess that would be the equivalent of like someone in today's age having a daguerreotype.
Daguerreotype, yeah.
Or whatever. But as an aficionado of old tech, of course your mother would have like an old school camera.
Yeah. I'll pocket that photo.
Give me another perception check.
Sure. 9.
Okay, so I think that's gonna be fine, because you've been walking around for a while with this. You notice the weight of something in your pocket that you hadn't noticed before.
Huh.
When you go to put the picture in your pocket, you like feel something in there.
Well, what the heck is this? And I pull it out. Extract it.
It's a golden key fob.
What's a key fob?
It's like a keyless entry sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Where you it'll like unlock stuff without needing a key, basically.
Gotcha, with some sort of like radio wave or something.
Yeah, I don't really actually even know how a fob works, but yeah, it's one of those, like you tap it and it'll open something.
Okay, when you say golden, is this like unusual for something like this to be golden? Is it like shiny? Is it...
Yeah, it's not like made of gold.
Okay.
Why don't you, I'll tell you the obvious stuff. There's a golden retriever logo scratched on the, or not scratched, but like stamped on the front.
Okay.
And there's a couple of letters and a number scratched underneath it. It says GCS 65.
Okay.
And if you flip it over on the back, scratched into it, it says "Get out now."
Okay, it has a golden retriever image on it.
Yeah. It's like a sprinting golden retriever.
And it has the letters. Is it scratched on it, the GCS 65, or is that printed on it?
That's stamped. I think that makes more sense.
Okay.
And then on the back, like somebody tried to etch it in with like a, I don't know, like a nail or something. It says "Get out now" in all caps.
Well, that's alarming. Sparky, search up GCS 65 and a hint for searching might have something to do with a golden retriever image. You can scan this key fob right now. Do I come up with any hits?
Yeah, Sparky like does a little scan and she says,
Yes, Vic Digby. GCS stands for Golden Central Station. It is the central station for the Golden Train Company.
Oh, great. Well, we're heading out. I'm gonna rush to wherever my flying car is parked and go toward the train station that's indicated.
Yeah, Sparky says,
Golden Central Station is located in the Strip District, which is approximately 1.8 miles from your current location. Warning! The Strip District is in an area with a high saturation of toxic airborne pollutants, so plan accordingly.
Okay. Are there any... Does my mom's apartment have any breathing apparatus in it that I could grab?
just do like a quick like search,
Yeah.
like an investigation of some kind.
Yeah, do an investigation.
You can actually, you can use the 15 from last time.
I
That
do.
was like pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're rifling and rustling around. You saw one at some
Great.
point.
I grab the breathing apparatus, and then I'm going to pick up Sparky under my arm and sort of just be just under running. And I'm going to be looking around furtively to see if anybody is noticing me. And I'm trying to be not suspicious, but I am sure that I actually am being quite suspicious. And I'm really hurrying toward my flying car. And I've got, and with Sparky under my arm, my hand is also in my jacket with a hold on my pistol.
Okay. Let me see. What would I want to roll something to see if anybody notices you running. It's not like you don't have to run like a mile to the parking garage. But let's see what we have here as options. I'll just roll a d20. And evens, something will happen, and odds, something else will happen.
Haha. Odds, 11.
Okay, you are running through the halls. Do you have like a bug out bag or anything? Probably, I don't know.
I don't have
You or your mom's?
anything. I'm not even stopping in my own apartment. I grabbed the respirator from my mom's because I don't want to stop back at my apartment. I want to just get out of Dodge.
Okay, so you're running and you're carrying your dog, but at least you don't have like a bug out bag or anything.
No, I know that I have some liquor in my car.
Okay.
And I've got my armor on, I've got a weapon on me, and my credits are digital, so I might be able to buy things once I'm out.
One of your mother's like little lab assist, like little grad students basically, you saw him at the funeral. He looks a little tipsy, like maybe he's just heading home. He sees you and is like, Vic, is everything okay? You look quite panicked.
Yeah, well, I'm not having a good fucking day.
Wait, why are you carrying that robot?
Because it was shot in the foot earlier today, and now it doesn't walk right. Okay. What are you giving me the once over for, pal?
Roll a deception or an intimidation or something.
Yeah. Hey, back off, asshole! I don't need an interrogation from you. Critical hit, 23.
He's like, whoa, okay. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have probed a man in mourning. I'm so sorry. Here, let me make it up to you. Here's this. I was saving this for later, but you can have it. And he gives you like a little airplane. No, he gives you like a pint of future Hennessy.
Hey, thanks, buddy. It's all water under the bridge.
All right. Well, I hope you feel better. Good luck with your robot.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
I know a guy who does repairs. If you want his information, just let me know. Yeah.
Does he reprogram robots that don't obey your simple commands?
I mean, he can do just about anything.
Wow. You hear that, Sparky? You might get reprogrammed. Could I get that contact information on the guy's? Actually, just give me his name, and I don't have time to chat. What's the name?
Brassica.
Brassica. Are you fucking with me?
I don't make the rules.
Criminy. Okay, so, but what's Brassica's last name? I can't just look up Brassica.
I know, it's such a common name. God, I know like 1,000 Brassicas. God, that year, everybody named their kids.
Holy shit. Get to the point.
McLover.
Brassica McLover?
Yeah.
Fine. Thank you. Then I just continue on my way.
Yeah. You make it the rest of the way without any major incident.
Shit. Something just occurred to me. What did my mom's hologram say about butterflies?
Hold on. It was like
butterflies
are nature's angels. You just never know what you're gonna get next or something. Where the hell was it?
Butterflies, nature's angels, something about life.
Butterflies are nature's angels. They remind us what a gift it is to be alive.
And she collected butterflies. If
Sure
I wasn't
did.
in such a rush, I would run back to her place and investigate those butterflies, but I am in such a rush.
All right. You bolt. Some people give you funny looks, but the look on your face says, do not mess with me, and your hand under your coat, clearly holding on to something for dear life.
Yeah.
People just do not want to be bothered with whatever the hell that is. You make it to the garage, and Sparky says,
Victor, I can spray your clothes with a modified C8 chemical to make them smog resistant. Would you like me to do that?
Oh, that would be great, actually. Thank you.
Yes, Fake Digby.
and she does that, so your clothes will not become disgusting and smog stained.
Oh, wow.
While
Amazing.
you're outside.
Well, that's the thing. You threaten someone with reprogramming and they'll straighten up.
That's a very powerful lesson for everybody. Especially you, Greg, out there listening. So you better watch out.
Gotta be reprogrammed, Greg.
Yeah, we'll take it outside. So you make it to the garage.
Okay, I'm gonna run to my flying car and I'm gonna slide over the hood deftly.
Perfect. Give me a dexterity, actually.
Yeah.
Not
Can
perfect.
I do an acrobatics for that?
Acrobatics, of course.
Hell yeah.
A DM would know to say that, which I am.
I rolled a
Ooh,
6.
ouchies. You don't take damage, but you slide off the other end and onto the ground and into a puddle.
Oof. Well, that's what I get for trying to be fancy. I unlock the car and I get in and we just zip out of this place as quickly as possible without regard to anyone else's safety.
Yeah, that's fine. Are you driving manually? Or are you on autopilot?
I'm driving manually.
Cool. Yeah, Sparky charts the course. It's very close. It's not really that far away. 1.8 miles. It takes like 10 minutes to get there.
Mm-hmm.
The navigation tells you that. So this is outside. First of all, I want to ask, does Vic go outside ever?
Yeah, he likes to go urban exploring occasionally in the slums.
Okay. Yeah.
He does some like parkour and shit like that for
Oh, wow.
exercise.
That's outstanding. Cool. So you're like familiar to some extent with what's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe have you ever been to the Strip District? It's like an open air, it's sort of like an indoor outdoor market district.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Cool. So you know where you're going. People from the from the inside, they do go to the outside periodically, especially people who are like more adventurous, but there's not a ton of parking out there. There's for flying cars, because not a lot of people out there have flying cars.
Can I just park on top of some building?
I mean, it's very ill-advised. You can try to get the car to do that, but it's not gonna.
Okay.
It's not gonna do that.
Gotcha.
And unfortunately, the parking in the parking module at the train station is full. So you gotta park on the street, baby.
Ugh. Street parking in the Strip District.
I know. It's you drive around, you fly around in circles for so long until you find a place.
This is terrible. Look at all these disgusting people just wandering around these open air markets.
I mean, you can find a spot. It just takes some time, and it's further away than you really wanted to walk. Which is to say, like, it's like 20 feet away instead of in the same building.
Right. Okay, well, I park and I will grab Sparky. I'll let Sparky walk with me now that I'm out of the stratoscraper. And are there... I know that my credits are digital.
Yeah.
So there's no need to stop at like an ATM and pull physical cash out.
I would say for the Strip District specifically, a lot of the people who buy and sell stuff here, the merchants and vendors in the Strip District are primed for people from the stratoscrapers. Because like I said, more adventurous people will come out here, or people who need something that they can't get inside, you know, wink, wink. And so a lot of them are set up to accept credits. Because money's money, baby.
Yeah.
So I honestly haven't done a lot of... I haven't put a lot of thought into like the economy outside of the stratoscrapers. You know, what do people use for money? People barter mostly, like outside of the larger population centers. But in a place like the Strip, are people bartering? Is there like hard money that people use to buy stuff? Do people outside of the stratoscrapers use credits for things?
Good question.
Yeah, that's all stuff that, you know, I'll probably have to think about, but
Well, fair enough.
I think for now, the Strip is used to your kind of people coming out here, and they all have little future squares or whatever they're called.
All right, fantastic.
To swipe your devices. Yeah, once you're out and the car's parked, your RoboPal is on the ground. Sparky moves towards an old rotting telephone pole and lifts her leg miming urination. And
Sparky, come on.
and says,
That's ridiculous.
Familiar location detected. Vic Digby. Saved landmarks in the Strip District. Madame Titania's Strip Tease. The Sinkhole Lounge. Classy Cassie's. Podscum's Bathhouse. And Stupid Uncle Doug's Dirty Dive. Would you like to know the fastest route to any of these locations?
No, thank you, Sparky. I'm actually trying to get to this train station where this key fob might fit into some sort of lock.
Yeah,
The Golden Central Station,
That's
of
right.
course.
she charts you a little path.
Can't make my way there.
Yeah, it's very close by, and it's hard to miss. It's a big, one of the nicer looking buildings in this area, and it has like a statue outside of a golden retriever that it's not made of gold, but it's like a golden statue, and it's shiny, and it's like a running golden retriever. And there's a big sign that says Golden Train Company, Golden Central Station outside, and it's all lit up. And the building is kind of like that, like neoclassical style, where it's meant to look really fancy, but it's really dirty, so it kind of just looks gross.
Okay.
But lots of people are coming and going. It's bustling and hustling and bustling.
Great. I'll make my way inside. I've got a hunch that this key fob might be for a storage locker, so I'll look for storage lockers.
Yeah, do an investigation.
Right. I rolled a 7.
Ooh. You try to look around, but there's so many people coming and going. They're like jostling you,
Hey.
and they're like busy. They're looking at some of them have hollow phones, some of them have other devices. They're getting in your business.
Vic's getting upset.
People out here do not give a fuck.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the service desk. Say, hey, I'm looking for storage lockers here.
Yeah, there's an attendant there. He's wearing like a little bellboy hat with a little golden retriever on it. It's pretty cute. It's very dirty.
You, bellboy.
Yeah, he says, what are you looking for, sir?
I'm looking for storage lockers.
Storage
I'm looking
lockers.
for GCS 65.
That'll be in the basement, sir. The
Aha.
stairs are right over there.
Okay, thank you very much.
We have an elevator, but it's out of service.
Out of service, you say. Interesting. Well, thanks very much. Toodaloo.
Goodbye forever.
Yep, goodbye forever. And I hustle downstairs.
Yeah, great. It's kind of dark. It's even a little dingier down here. There's like some flickering fluorescent lights, and there's a huge maze of lockers and some pissers if you need to go to the bathroom. You haven't done that at all this entire campaign, so I don't know where you're keeping it.
Yeah, I've been pissing into empty liquor bottles and keeping them on my person. Yeah, but fine. I go to the bathroom and I empty out my piss bottles, and
Wonderful.
then I piss additionally into the toilet. Okay? You happy, Greg?
Can you do a piss check, please?
Sure.
I can't believe I even have to tell you that. I guess that's a dexterity or medicine.
Can I? How about get a performance?
Yeah.
Trying to do it fancy style.
Why not? 17.
17 on my piss check.
You do a good PP.
Yeah. If only anyone was around to see it besides Sparky. But what did Sparky think?
Sparky plays a recording of people clapping and cheering,
Yeah, all right.
which we're going to put in post.
This dog is starting to grow on me.
Yeah, it's not like If you had rolled a natural 20, I would have had your pee do like a loop-the-loop or something.
Wow.
But it goes directly into the center of the toilet, and Sparky says,
Victor Digby, your urine stream went into the direct, perfect, exact center of the toilet bowl. Congratulations.
Hot bot at Hot Bot. Just you and me. Hot bot at Hot Bot. Hollow chat me now. Adults only. Hot bot.
okay, yippee-ki-yay, mother fathers. How about that advertisement for our in-game pornography and lifestyle magazine, Metal Jugs?
Metal Jugs.
If you would like to see more of this content, please like and subscribe. I can't promise that will accomplish anything, especially since there will only be one like and one subscription from our good friend, Greg.
Greg, we can always count on you, buddy.
Greg, if you don't fucking like and subscribe, I don't even want to say what's going to happen to you. I know where you live, Greg.
We're going to reprogram you, Greg.
Yeah, we're going to reprogram your nuts.
Greg says that he subscribes to Metal Jugs just for the interviews. I don't think it's true.
The interviews are outstanding.
But he's into those Metal Jugs.
I mean, they're also outstanding, as we just saw.
Mm.
Well, let's pick up where we left off. I believe the last thing that happened was you gave a miraculous piss,
Yes,
and
I won at pissing.
your dog congratulated you. Just a normal day.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing next?
Well, I need to find locker GCS 65. So I'm going to leave the bathroom and I am going to enter into the maze of lockers. And should I roll an investigation to find the locker?
I think an investigation makes the most sense.
Okay. $23!
Yeah, you're a locker finding machine.
Hell yeah.
Lockers and elevators, baby.
And what do you think about that, Sparky?
That's what you know. She says,
Excellent work. Vic Digby, rough.
Because I presume I found the locker.
well, yeah, you do it takes like 10 seconds. You look at the fob, it's blinking red.
Wow.
And you hear a pinging noise in the distance, like immediately, and you walk right to it.
Wow.
And you don't even get lost or confused.
Okay, I take out the fob.
Oh, and with an investigation that good, you find a penny.
Wow.
It's an old penny.
Nice. An old lucky penny.
Yeah.
Great. I put that in my pocket, and I take the key fob, and I attempt to open the locker with it.
Yeah, that puppy pops right open. Yes, it makes like an airlock sound, and a bunch of steam comes out of it, and you see three things. You see a small gray rectangle that has a little screen on it that is dark right now, and it says Nokia on the front. You see an empty chip bag, and you see a sticky note.
Okay. I read the sticky note.
It says in kind of hastily scribbled handwriting, turn off holophone, place in chip bag, turn on Nokia.
Okay. I take out my holophone and I power it down. I take the chip bag, which I assume is made of some sort of metal foil.
Yes, that is correct. Very smart.
Great. So it'll be like a Faraday cage for my device.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I put the holophone in the chip bag and I fold it over a couple times and jam it into my pocket.
Good.
Okay, and I power on the Nokia.
It's pretty. Give me an int real quick.
Okay.
With advantage,
Oh, okay.
because you talked to your mom about these rectangles a few days ago.
Roll a 5. Roll the 5.
Roll again, because you get advantage.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I guess you didn't do the advantage.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
I rolled a 7. Sparky, please tell me how to power on this piece of old garbage.
She does a scan and she says,
Vic Digby, there is a button on the side with a red circle. Press and hold that button.
Oh, thank you, Sparky. I press and hold the button on the side of the Nokia.
that puppy comes on. Everything's a puppy today.
Nice.
The screen lights up and you see the word Nokia come up and zoom away in black pixels, and the phone screen, the like home screen comes up. It is very bland. You see a couple of words on the screen with little arrows. There's one for messages, one for contacts, one for calls, and then something called Snake.
This is so retro. Awesome. All right. I'm going to look to see if I have any calls.
Nothing incoming or outgoing.
Any messages?
There is one textual message in the inbox, and it is a very outdated advertisement for metal jugs. A metal jugs subscription. Metal jugs subscription. And it says, act now and you'll get a free body pillow of our February centerfold, Toxic Tammy.
Gosh. If my mom getting exploded is some sort of viral advertising for metal jugs, I am going to be pissed.
Or very impressed, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, maybe both. All right. Do I have any contacts?
You open up the contacts menu and there's only one contact listed, so whoever used to own this phone was a fucking loser. And the contact doesn't have a name. Where there would be a name, it just says, call me.
Okay. Is there a call button that I can push? Is it apparent how I call this contact?
Because you're very stupid, according to your intelligence rolls, you can figure it out. You just have to press every single button on the phone. I press
every single button.
And the last one that you press makes an outgoing call.
Yeah, and I say, computer, place outgoing call with every button that I push.
It works eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's right.
We got elevators, and now we have ancient cell phones. You are the master. 3 little dots indicate that a call is being processed. But after a couple of seconds, it says call failed, and you hear like a dun 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 noise.
Well, I don't quite know what to make of this. Sparky, you said that we had some saved locations in the area.
Yes, Vic Digby. Saved locations are...
Hold on 1 second. I had to find my notes. Sorry.
Madame Titania's Strip Tease, The Sinkhole Lounge, Classy Cassie's, Pond Scum's Bathhouse, and Stupid Uncle Doug's Dirty Dive.
Okay. Let's check out Stupid Uncle Doug's Dirty Dive.
Yes,
Yeah,
Vic
chart a course,
Digby.
Sparky.
Course charted.
You see the blue dots. They're going up the stairs and around the corner.
That's where fudge is made. Good.
Yeah. Yep.
I follow the blue dots.
I'm glad you said that, because that was the first thing that came into my mind right after I said it. And I was like, how do I work this in? How do I work this in?
Yeah.
And then you got there first. So thank you.
Great minds.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stupid Uncle Doug's is like a block away. You have to go down some stairs into a basement through like a fire door, and it's like this dingy little basement bar with glass behind the bar, and the eponymous Stupid Uncle Doug is there at the bar. You recognize him.
Hey, Stupid.
Is that Vic Digby I hear?
In the flesh.
As I live and breathe, you remembered my Christian name.
That's right, Stupid.
Just to clarify, Stupid is his first name, and Uncle Doug is his nickname that he goes by in
Great
polite
nickname.
company. Vic Digby, get your sexy ass down here and let me fix you up your favorite drink, which is...
That's right, it's the a Pittsburgh tropical slinger.
I was gonna say that because I definitely knew it. Yep, Pittsburgh tropical slinger. Let me get that in the works for you. You want fake mango or fake banana?
Give me fake mango and fake banana. I'm having a rough day.
Oh, brother, I'm so sorry to hear that. What's going on?
Well, my mom exploded, and now I seem to be stuck in some sort of like a detective story of some kind. I guess I'm on the run.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing? Is that why you're out here right now?
Yeah. I got this weird key fob that somebody must have reverse pickpocketed on me, and it said, "Get out now," and it had the number for a locker at the train station. And I get in the locker, and all that's in there is this friggin' Nokia, and it has a contact, and it says, "Call me." And I call it, and it doesn't even work. So I feel like it's all been for nothing, and I'm extremely frustrated.
Well, you did the right thing. You should always listen to strange fobs, strange messages on fobs.
It's never steered me wrong.
Yeah, so that's good. I think that was the first right step. Let me see this thing you found.
Okay, yeah.
And he takes it and turns it over in his hands and is like, wow, this is an old ass Nokia. This is probably like a 2003 model. It's in wonderful condition. It looks like it's been refurbished.
Reckon it's worth anything?
I mean, if you could find the right collector. But, you said you tried to make a call with this thing?
Yeah, it didn't work.
Well, it seems to be in perfect functioning order. He tries to make a call with it and, sees the blinking ellipses and then the dun 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 sound. And he's like, "Oh, Vic, here's your problem right here. There's no signal. If call's not gonna go through, if it's not picking up a signal, that's how these old cellular devices work."
Well, why isn't there no signal?
I mean, it's hard to say, but the network that we have out here is just not very good. It goes in and out of service. You might need some kind of booster or something. I'm not really sure. I'm not really a tech guy.
If I went in my flying car and went up above the clouds, would that be enough for me to get a call through, do you think?
I don't think the height is really the issue so much. I think it's just that there's not a lot of these cell towers in activity right now.
I see it. So you're saying I need a booster for this thing?
That's my guess, but
All right.
I can't say again. I'm not a tech expert.
Okay.
Roll a persuasion. He's being kind of like a little coy.
Yeah. What? It seems like you know more than you want to disclose, stupid Uncle Doug. That's... Yeah, maybe you can tell me a little bit more. We go back a long ways, and I rolled a 20.
Oh, well. Stupid Uncle Doug's face softens a little bit, and he says, "Oh, Vic, I'll tell you what you want to know, but
All right.
tell me the story of how we met just once more."
Well, stupid Uncle Doug, I remember it like it was yesterday. We were at the furry convention, of course, and we were in
yes.
we were in the scritch pile up at the hotel room, and you were in your mersuit, I was in my mersuit, and our googly eyes locked from across the room. We started chasing each other's tails, and before you know it, we were locked in a furry embrace.
Oh, what a wonderful time that was.
It really was. I'm so glad that they're still doing the furry convention in Pittsburgh.
Me too. It's truly wonderful. It's one of the only things that survived. Even the Great Purge. It survived the Great Purge.
Really, I thought that the furries were going to be the first one to get purged.
Yeah, I can't believe they made it out.
They were just so violent themselves. It's like, okay, you guys win, you win.
Yeah.
And from then on, the furries were like the most hardcore violent gang in our society.
Yeah, there was a long period where people were terrified to leave their homes at night because of the furries and their anger. But I'm very glad that the treaty was made and they've reached a point of equilibrium, at least for now. I mean,
at least for now.
God willing.
Yeah, God help us if those furries get it into their heads to bring hell down upon all of us.
Well, Vic, I really appreciate you telling me what I needed to hear. I've been having a bad day too. I won't get into it.
No,
but,
come on. Come on, stupid Uncle Doug. I'm here for you.
So some guy was supposed to give me a blowjob, and then he didn't.
He didn't.
It was very disappointing because
Yes.
we talked about it, and then he never showed up, and it made me feel it made my confidence take a nosedive. So
Oh gosh, that's terrible.
it is very sad.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But anyhow, you said that you could tell me what I had to know about the...
Oh yes, P.D. Milo, that's his name. That's the name of the man that you need to see. If anyone asks, I didn't say anything, but he's kind of like a tech wizard. He knows everything about tech, hacking, hardware, bypassing, that sort of thing. And he lives in kind of a weird place. He lives in a shack on the roof of Holy's down at the other end of the strip.
Are you talking about Woolies?
Woolies, Holy's, potato.
Yeah, okay.
But if anyone can help you, P.D. Milo, he absolutely can. The only thing, and please do not forget this, the passphrase is, "We're in."
You're in. And he lives on a shack on top of Woolies, down on the other end of the strip.
Yes, that is correct.
Well, fantastic. Hey, so sorry to hear about the missing blowjob. Maybe if I run across some guy that mentions that he was supposed to give you a blowjob, I'll tell you whatever happened to him. But what can I say? It's a tragedy. I'm sure that it wasn't you. I'm sure that something came up.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Hey Vic, before you leave, say to me what you said to me on that night that we met.
Oh, well, I quoted Johnny Quest's friend Hachi. I said, "Zim zim zalabim."
I never tire of hearing that.
Yeah, it was, I could tell that it was a really meaningful moment for you, but I could never for the life of me understand why.
Well, someday I'll tell you, but that day is not today.
Huh, mysterious.
Well, so what else is going on?
No, it's mostly just mystery surrounding my mom exploding.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna get out of your hair. Have a good one, stupid.
Goodbye, Big Digby.
Goodbye. I pray that our paths shall cross again.
Yeah, well, I'll be here, being stupid and being an uncle.
Are you actually an uncle, by the way?
Yep. A proud uncle of 10 beautiful babies.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Goodbye. And you exit the Stupid Uncle Eggs with your information lodged in your brain. And I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up tonight. So thank you everyone, aka Greg and only Greg, for tuning in. I want everyone to know, you've probably noticed by this point that I look like I have aged 5 to 10 years since the first session, and I wasn't gonna say anything, but you should know that it's because our producer wants me to look ugly and old. So if you have anything, apparently it's a thing. If you have anything to say to them about that, Greg, please leave a comment underneath this video.
Yeah, down below, leave a comment on how you think Kate's voices are doing and how you think Kate's looking.
And if it is anything mean to or about me, I will delete it as always. And if it is mean about anyone else, it will be bumped all the way up to the top.
Quote anyone else, okay.
So yeah, let her rip, Greg. We love you. We appreciate you.
Love you, Greg. It's been real.
Sweet dreams, and we will see you in session 4. Bye.
Bye.